What if I told you that some of the foods you've been eating for decades, foods that seem harmless, even comforting, might be silently damaging your heart after 60? The truth is, our bodies change dramatically with age, and what was once safe on your plate in your 30s or 40s can become dangerous in your 60s and beyond. Hello, I'm Dr. William Harris, and I've spent more than 25 years helping older adults protect their health and enjoy more active, vibrant lives. Over the years, I've seen how simple dietary choices can make the difference between strong heart health and silent but deadly conditions like high blood pressure, clogged arteries, or even heart failure. Like, you bathe the kitchen guarded, go out. The tricky part is this. The foods most harmful to seniors' hearts don't always look dangerous. They often hide behind labels like low fat, sugar-free, or heart healthy, while quietly fueling inflammation, high cholesterol, and excess weight. Today, we're going to uncover which everyday foods can quietly sabotage your heart health, and more importantly, what you can do to protect yourself. Whether it's that salty snack you love before bed or a processed food you've trusted for years, these choices could be pushing your heart in the wrong direction. So stay with me, because by the end of this video, you'll not only know which foods to avoid, you'll also learn healthier alternatives that keep your heart strong and your energy high. As we age, our heart doesn't function quite the same way it did in our younger years. After 60, the heart muscle can become stiffer, arteries may narrow, and blood vessels lose their elasticity. All of these changes make it easier for blood pressure and cholesterol to spiral out of control. And what we eat plays a central role in either protecting or damaging our cardiovascular system. According to the American Heart Association, heart disease remains the leading cause of death for adults over 65. In fact, nearly 70% of people in this age group live with some form of cardiovascular condition, whether it's high blood pressure, high cholesterol, or a history of heart attack or stroke. And here's the frightening part. Many of these issues can be traced back to dietary habits built over a lifetime. You see, food is more than just calories or flavor. It's information for the body. Every bite you take sends a chemical signal that can either reduce inflammation and strengthen your arteries, or increase plaque buildup, raise your blood pressure, and put more strain on your heart. The foods we often view as normal or everyday staples can be some of the most dangerous for seniors. Because our metabolism slows down, our bodies become less efficient at processing fats and sugars, and we're often less active than before. Consider salt, for example. A sprinkle here and there may not have mattered much when you were 30, but after 60, excess sodium can cause your blood pressure to spike quickly, raising the risk of stroke or kidney damage. Or take trans fats. Once common in baked goods and fried foods, even small amounts can dramatically raise LDL good cholesterol while lowering HDL good cholesterol, a combination that accelerates artery blockage. The reality is that many seniors underestimate the hidden dangers in their food. A seemingly innocent frozen dinner, a can of soup, or even that healthy breakfast cereal can be loaded with sodium, added sugars, or unhealthy oils. And while the effects might not be immediate, the damage accumulates slowly, silently, year after year. But here's the good news. It's never too late to change. Studies show that even in people over 70, making smarter food choices can lower cholesterol, reduce blood pressure, improve energy, and significantly cut the risk of heart disease. Small adjustments, like swapping processed meats for lean protein or replacing refined carbs with whole grains, can deliver measurable improvements in as little as a few weeks. In short, what you eat after 60 can either be your greatest ally or your greatest enemy. Understanding which foods to avoid is the first step in giving your heart the protection it deserves. And that's exactly what we'll cover in the next section. A clear list of the most common foods seniors should cut back on and what to eat instead. So now that we understand why food matters so much for your heart after 60, let's get specific. Here are 5 common foods seniors should avoid or at least minimize if they want to protect their heart health. For each one, I'll explain the science, give you an example, and share a simple swap you can start today. 1. Processed meats, bacon, sausage, hot dogs. Why it's harmful. Processed meats are packed with saturated fats, sodium, and preservatives like nitrates. These raise blood pressure, increase artery inflammation, and have been linked to higher rates of heart disease. Example, a patient of mine, George, loved having bacon with his breakfast every morning. By age 65, his blood pressure was consistently high despite his medication. Once we cut out processed meats and replaced them with healthier proteins, his numbers improved within 3 months. Simple swap. Instead of bacon or sausage, try grilled chicken breast turkey slices with no added sodium, or even plant-based protein like beans or lentils. Sugary drinks and diet sodas. Why it's harmful. Regular sodas flood the body with sugar, spiking blood sugar and leading to weight gain. Diet sodas, often marketed as healthier, contain artificial sweeteners that may disrupt metabolism and increase cravings. Both contribute to obesity and heart strain. Example, Mary, 72, drank 2 cans of diet soda a day. When she cut back and switched to water with lemon, she lost nearly 8 pounds in 2 months and reported better energy. Simple swap. Replace soda with sparkling water flavored with fresh fruit, herbal teas, or simply plain water. 3. Packaged snacks, chips, crackers, cookies. Why it's harmful. These foods often hide high levels of sodium, trans fats, and refined carbs. They cause spikes in blood sugar, encourage fat storage, and raise cholesterol. An example, John, 68, thought his low-fat crackers were safe, but after checking labels, we found they were loaded with sodium and hidden oils. Once replaced with nuts and fruit, his cholesterol improved noticeably. Simple swap. Choose raw nuts, apple slices with peanut butter, or whole grain popcorn without added butter. Or white bread and refined carbohydrates. While why it's harmful. White bread, pasta, and pastries are stripped of fiber. They turn quickly into sugar in the bloodstream, leading to weight gain, insulin resistance, and more strain on the heart. Example, a group study published in the journal Circulation showed seniors who consumed mostly refined carbs had a much higher risk of developing type 2 diabetes and heart disease. Simple swap. Replace with whole grain bread, oats, quinoa, or brown rice. The fiber helps regulate blood sugar and keeps cholesterol in check. 5. Fried foods. Why it's harmful. French fries, fried chicken, and donuts absorb unhealthy oils during cooking, often containing trans fats and excessive calories. These directly clog arteries and raise blood pressure. Example, a 70-year-old patient of mine had fried chicken 3 times a week. When we swapped those meals for baked salmon and vegetables, his triglycerides dropped by nearly 20%. Simple swap. Use an air fryer for a lighter version or bake/grill instead of deep frying. These 5 food categories may seem ordinary, but they can quietly accelerate heart problems if left unchecked. The encouraging part is this: by removing or reducing them and swapping with healthier choices, you'll notice improvements not just in your heart health, but also in your energy, mobility, and overall quality of life. Let me share with you the story of Eleanor, a 74-year-old retired teacher I worked with a few years ago. Eleanor came to me feeling constantly tired, with frequent chest tightness and blood pressure that refused to come down even with medication. She was worried because heart disease ran in her family, and she had already lost her brother to a heart attack at 67. When we looked at her diet together, Eleanor was shocked. "But I don't eat badly," she told me, and in some ways she was right. She cooked at home, avoided smoking, and walked her dog every day. But then we dug deeper. Breakfast was usually white toast with margarine. Lunch often included deli meat sandwiches. Dinner sometimes came from the frozen food aisle, especially if she was too tired to cook. And in the evenings, she loved snacking on cookies with diet soda. Individually, none of these choices seemed catastrophic, but together, they created a steady drip of sodium, trans fats, and refined carbs, each silently pushing her heart in the wrong direction. We decided on small, manageable changes: whole grain bread instead of white, grilled chicken instead of deli meats, fresh vegetables added to her dinners, and sparkling water with lemon instead of soda. It wasn't about perfection. It was about consistency. The result, within just 90 days, Eleanor's blood pressure dropped by 15 points. Her cholesterol improved, but more importantly, she felt lighter, more energetic, and less anxious about her heart. She even told me, "Dr. Harris, I didn't realize how much food was weighing me down until I let go of the wrong ones." This story isn't unique. I've seen it again and again. Seniors who believe they're eating normal foods, but once they make targeted swaps, their bodies respond in remarkable ways. Now I'd like to hear from you. If you're still watching, I want you to type "Heart Strong" in the comments below. Let me know, which of these foods shows up most often in your kitchen? Is it processed meats, sugary drinks, fried foods, or maybe all of them? And tell me where you're watching from. I always love knowing how far this message is reaching. Whether you're tuning in from the US, Europe, Asia, or anywhere else, your story matters. You might inspire someone else to make a change just by sharing your experience. Remember, change doesn't have to be overwhelming. Like Eleanor, you can start small. Every better choice is a step toward a stronger heart and a longer, healthier life. So let's bring this all together. We've learned that after 60, the foods you choose can either strengthen or weaken your heart. Many seemingly harmless items, like processed meats, sugary drinks, packaged snacks, white bread, and fried foods, are among the biggest silent threats to your cardiovascular health. Here are the 3 key lessons I want you to remember. In dangers add up. It's not one sandwich or one soda that harms your heart, but the daily repetition of these choices. Simple swaps work. By replacing refined carbs with whole grains, fried foods with baked or grilled options, and sugary drinks with water or tea, you can quickly lower your risks. It's never too late. Even small changes after 60 can bring measurable improvements in blood pressure, cholesterol, and energy levels. Your heart is with you every moment of every day. Treat it kindly, and it will repay you with strength, vitality, and more years to enjoy with the people you love. If you found value in today's video, please take a moment to subscribe to this channel, like the video, and share it with a friend or loved one who could benefit. And don't forget to hit the notification bell so you never miss my weekly health tips designed especially for seniors. Finally, here's a little preview. In our next video, we'll dive into 5 morning habits that boost energy and longevity after 60. Trust me, you won't want to miss it. Until then, I'm Dr. William Harris. Stay heart strong, stay hopeful, and keep moving forward to a healthier tomorrow.